What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing fantastic out there. So today we have another budget knife. This one coming in from Ferrum Forge. This was purchased directly from them a little while back. They had put a sale on, and yeah, it's one I hadn't seen before, I hadn't really messed with, so I wanted to grab it. This is how it shipped to me. It came in a little tube just with this little baggie there. This is the Ferrum Forge Zelex, I believe is how you say it. Zelex, I'm not sure. Zelex, I guess. Not a bad little blade. Prices, it's okay. It's not a very big knife, as you can tell. It's a fairly small knife, but you're looking at $40 for D2 and G10. Not terrible, not fantastic, but it's kind of right there in that middle of the road. I'm actually fixing to do a video on the mini Praxis from Civivi, which hands down beats the pants off this thing, just spoiler alert. But this is a pretty nice knife in its own right. I just think it's a little overpriced, at least $5 or $10. Anyway, let's jump right into this guy with everything else out of the way. So first off, you do have a really cool looking pivot there, just that triangular pivot with the Ferrum Forge logo. Decently textured G10. It does kind of have its own little almost golf ball like texture there. Single screw construction. You do have a flipper with jimping might as well not even be there, honestly. Don't really feel that top jimp, and this forward one here, right here, you don't use it really, so jimping may not even be there, or might as well not even be there. G10 backspacer with jimping on it as well. Inset pocket clip. It is not reversible, so no lefty love as well as no lanyard love. It is, like I said, it is inset, and then it has the flush screws there. So you do have a single screw for the pocket clip. You do have to take the pocket clip off to take the scales off, and then on this side you do have your T8 hardware, your T8 pivot screw. My goodness, my brain went blank. Screws look good. Let's go ahead and just check the other ones here while we're here. Can't check the one under the pocket clip because I'm not taking the pocket clip out, but wait a minute. Is that a T6? Okay, there we go. Sorry, it just didn't want to go in at first. So all the screws look to be extremely well done. Let's go ahead and take a look at this stonewashed D2 blade. So really nice Tonto blade. I like the grind. It's a dual flat grind, so it's a compound grind, but it is flat. 3/4 height there on the main, very sterile blade. Just the D2 logo there. Sharpening looks great. Sharpening choil looks great. Everything looks good there. Not a whole lot on this knife to talk about. Looks like we were a little misled, so it is a little off center on the tip there. So let's look at that tip again. Yeah, this side has a little higher grind than that side, so yeah, so that's why you get that weird looking tip. So again, not a big issue, but it is to be noticed. Jimping on the back is there. It's fairly functional. It could use to be a little bit sharper. Honestly, it's not super functional. Yeah, so let's go ahead and break out, take a look at the knife. Lockup seems to be good. Lockup is good. We are dead centered. Flipper action works pretty well. So it's just a standard liner lock, standard steel liner lock. Works as more of a push button flipper. Action is okay. The blade's a little light, so it's kind of hard for it just to, sling home. That when you combine that with the steel liner lock, the liner lock is a little on the heavy side. Could use probably some reliefs in there to give it a little bit of lightness, but when you combine those two things, it's what keeps it from just really dropping. Because once it hits your thumb, you just kind of have to sling it home. But all in all, not too bad. Liner lock access it's good. Could be way better, but it's good. It's good enough to get your thumb in there. No real issues with that. Ergonomically, though, it is a really nice knife to hold. You can get up here and do a little bit of a trigger, trigger hold there, but you are all over that blade, so I would just be careful with that. You're talking about a little more than a 3-finger grip. If you really scooch up, I can get everything in there if I kind of push everything together, but I typically like on this one just to kind of get the tip of my finger on there. Don't really feel the pocket clip. Well, yeah, you do. You feel the tip of that the bill there. It would be nice if they flattened that out a little bit. So that may be something that you can do on this particular knife, just to give that a little better feel. Is just bend the tip of that clip down to where it's more flat, and then you wouldn't feel that pocket clip at all. If you bear down on that jimping, it does work. Left-handed, fantastic. Left-handed, you don't feel anything because that pocket clip is no longer a problem. This is an extremely comfortable knife to use left-handed if you carry it in the right hand, like I do. This is one that will likely not stay with the collection, just as it's. I mean, it was just one I really bought just because I had the extra funds at the time and wanted to check it out. So yeah, we'll see what happens with it as far as the collection goes. But as a general knife, I don't have any real issues with it. Like I said, a few nitpicks, a little better liner access would be nice. Better jimping on everything. Honestly, the back of the blade needs better jimping. The flipper needs better jimping. Just in general. In general, it is kind of a meh knife, if you want to put it that way. And that's almost exactly how it was described to me. So I was kind of already knew what to expect. 2.75 inch blade, almost 6.5 inch overall. Not a terribly heavy knife. G10 steel liners, we are looking at right at 3 ounces. So not too bad, not too good, just kind of right there, again, right there in the middle. If it's a design that you really like, I don't think you're going to be upset with it at all. I mean, again, the price isn't horrible, right around $40. I think it's a little less than that. It's like 37 bucks or something like that on Ferrum Forge's website right now. I think they show the normal price on this thing being up in the $50 to $60 range. It definitely would not pay that for it, honestly. This is at most a $40 knife. Just for brutal honesty, would not pay more than $40 for this knife. But outside of that, I have carried it. It does carry well. It does all the knife things that you would expect a knife to do. It's got a really nice edge to it. So all that works. I can't remember. I think it said on their website who their OEM was on this, but I cannot remember for the life of me. If I remember, if I see it again, I'll put it up here right now. But the OEM work on it is fine. I think there's just a few design flaws that really need to be addressed. If it had some better liner lock access, the liner wouldn't feel as heavy as it does. If the flipper had a little better jimping, the flipper wouldn't feel as slick as it does. But that may just be personal preference, and same thing with the jimping on the back of the blade. But overall design aesthetics, again, it's just a very neutral design. With a nice Tonto blade. So if you like it, pick it up while you can for 40 bucks. I don't know if it's going to be forever that price or if they're going to discontinue it or what they're doing, but it has been on sale for under $40 since I purchased it, and this has been sitting on the review table for a long time. So yeah, if you like it, pick it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed for the sub $40 price point, but again, definitely do not pay more than 40 bucks for this knife. As always, guys, I appreciate everybody. Please remember, be kind, be humble, be EDC. Take care.